Shalom, shalom. Hello, hello. Peace and blessings to you. I'm moving things around. Got a couple of things that I want to talk to you guys about. For those who can jump on board and join me, come on in. Come on in. I'm gonna just quickly go over a few things. Get ready is what I want to say. I because of everything that's going on, I I made a trip, took a trip yesterday, and I went out to stock up. And I would suggest you do the same thing. I went out to stock up on the things that um, I was running low on, but at the same time, I picked up a few extra things as well. Okay, so I made a trip out. I hit two places because lately I don't know what's going on with me. Shalom, shalom, family. It's good to see you. Eve New Beginnings and Old McMoney. Good to see you. I went out to two stores and I don't know whether it's age or what it is, but family, I go to a couple of stores and then I'm done. I'm ready to get back home. I don't like being out around a whole bunch of people, for one. Okay. And a lot of what's because of a lot of what's going on, it's just crazy out there. Well, the conflict that's going on over right now in the Middle East, it should raise your antennas to say, hey, something's going on here. And perhaps we need to plan for that. Okay. So that's where I'm at. So I went to two places. I went to Walmart, got a few things, and then I went to my favorite place, um, and that's the Dollar Tree. Now, I don't know if you guys heard the rumors or not, but the Dollar Tree is saying that they're going to be closing down a lot of their stores, and which if you stop and you think about it, it's part of me. Part of me says it's part of that big squeeze, right? They're trying to get us to a position where we're desperate. That's my take on it. Because who doesn't shop at the Dollar Tree? They can't be losing money per se. They can't, because if you can't buy things at Walmart or Kroger or Food for Less or the big box stores, if nothing else, if you need a bottle of peroxide or alcohol or band-aids and you want to get it for like uh, as cheap as possible, where do you turn? The Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree. So who doesn't shop at the Dollar Tree? You know what I'm saying? So if they're closing shop and they're saying they're closing shop because of they're not getting the business, I would beg to differ with you. I went out yesterday. It was crazy. It was crazy out yesterday. So I only went to the two places. I went to, like I said, Walmart to stock up on things. And before I get to the Dollar Tree, I'm gonna get to the Dollar Tree. Give me a second. I'm gonna get to the Dollar Tree. Sort of like a little bit of a haul, but I'm just gonna show you how you can do this stuff on a budget. Okay, you can do this stuff on a budget. So here's the two things I want to talk to you about. One is I have I don't know if I did it on this channel. I know on my other channel, This Is Me, Mary C. I've talked quite a bit about getting your meats. If you and your family are meat eaters and you want to find the canned meat to put in your pantry to stock up on canned meats, I used to say, get your Keystone meats. Okay. Used to say, get your Keystone meats. Keystone would can up. One thing I don't eat is pork. They have pork, they have chicken, they have beef, they had ground beef. Okay. All of those were options. And turkey. Don't forget turkey. They all of those were meat options. Okay. Stuff hits the fan. For stuff hits the fan situations, get yourself one of those cans of meats, right? That's what I would say to people. And I have stocked up for a while on the Keystone stuff. And you could get that generally at Walmart. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen it at our Kroger, which is our Food for Less, the Keystone, but always could pick it up at Walmart. And if you didn't pick it up at Walmart, you could get it at Amazon. You could pick it up on Amazon. It was a little more pricey at Amazon than it was at Walmart. Well, family, let me tell you, for the past 2 years, I'm going to say for the past 2 years, Walmart, where I was getting my stock from, has shifted. Okay. So for almost 2 years now, I've been saying to you that if you can, in your store, your area, if you could get the ground beef, the cans of ground beef, and they're generally about the size, let me see, 28 ounces, a little, almost 2 pounds. If you could get the ground beef from Walmart in your area, get it, because they weren't on my shelves. 2 years ago, they began to be sporadically on the shelves, that the ground beef. And then it got to the point where you don't see it anymore. It's just not on the shelves. Well, family, I went to Walmart yesterday. Guess what? Not one can of Keystone meats. Not one. Now, normally you'd have a little, a few pork, a few chicken maybe on the shelf. Um, Beef had gotten to the point where beef wasn't too much on the shelves. Well, I went there yesterday. Not one can of the Keystone meats. Now, Keystone, I would suggest the Keystone because they didn't put chemicals and stuff in their stuff. It was, if anything, there might have been a little bit of salt, if anything. Okay. And the meats were pretty much cooked in its own juices. So they didn't add water or anything else to it. So I was okay with it. So when you got ready to cook it now, it doesn't taste as good as my pressure can meats. Okay. But it's good enough that you can doctor it up and doctor it up to suit your family's needs. Okay. So that's what I was recommending. No more Keystone. So check your area. Okay, check your area for the meats. And one of the things that I found in its place was a brand from Patterson's Butcher Board beef. Never seen it in the store before. It's new. So this may be the new, can you see that? This may be the new meat, that variety that you would have to choose from. Have not tried it, so I can't really say how it's going to taste. So that, I'm sorry, I haven't tried it yet, family. I picked them up yesterday. Okay. But it lets you know there's no artificial ingredients. Okay. And only minimally processed. So I went to look at the ingredients, and the ingredients say this: beef and salt. So okay, I'm all right with that so far. Okay. And it says here, this can was hand packed with only the leanest cuts of premium, all natural US beef. So it gets my vote for that. Okay. For those two. Okay. The ingredients, and they're using US beef. So where they processed it, I'm assuming and I'm hoping, but I probably shouldn't assume. It says North Carolina, but we know it says it was packed here. So I'm going to take them at their word. Okay, I'm going to take them at their word because we know some of our food is grown here. It's grown or bred here, if you will, and then they ship it overseas for them to process it. But this one is saying here, United States. So if you're looking for beef, I'm trying to remember. They may have had chicken, and they had a barbecued beef in a smaller can. I'm sorry I didn't bring that with me so you could see it. But it says all natural, no water added, no preservatives. It's I'm hoping that it's going to be good to the taste. If it is not, we know to doctor it up. So I wanted to share that with you. No Keystone meats in my Walmart anymore. They're gone. They're gone. So if you can still pick them up in your area, those I've tested, and those are great. If you can still pick them up in your area, get them. So get ready, family. You see the conflict that's going on over there overseas. You see the conflict. Okay. I guess we're ready for the tit tat and see what happens with that, right? Iran did, or not Iran, Israel did its thing. Iran countered it with the missiles going over. So now as far as I know, Israel is saying that they're going to retaliate. Okay. So that's what I mean when I say a tit for a tat. So we're kind of going back and forth, but expect some things to go down. I'm listening to some of the major military people talk because I'm not a military person at all. But I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure out where we are right now. Okay. I don't think so. So, yeah, you did some shopping, Eve. You were over there today. I was at Walmart this morning during your live and did more shopping than I planned. Okay, before it gets hot, you did more shopping than you planned. Well, I stocked up. I tried my best to get as much stuff as I possibly could because I don't want to be one of the crazies out there doing the panic shopping, panic buying um, when the missiles really and truly start going. So I'm with you on that one. Okay, so here this it's Patterson's. So I don't know if you can see the name on the corner there. It's Patterson's Butcher Board Beef. But I don't remember. I'm sorry, family. I don't remember if there was chicken and all the other stuff. This can was over, it was like $10 and some change. Okay, $10 and some change. And again, this is the 28-ounce one. So for one can, it was $10 and some change. So that was Eve that was asking, please, how much is the can? Okay. I know if you're saying if they can't see, oh McMoney's saying if you can't see what's going on, you got your head deep in the sand. Absolutely. Absolutely. But there are folks that are fearful. And if they're fearful, they don't want to acknowledge what's going on. It is what it is. All right, I'm not going to show you brand name on this one here. This is peanut butter. Okay. This is the size of the peanut butter that I have. Now they have smaller ones in this. If you go to the Dollar Tree, in my area, they have some that are probably half the size of this one here. This here is 1 pound, 16 ounces. Okay. This is the size that I have in the car of my car. Okay, that I try to keep in my car. But I'm showing you this peanut butter for a reason. Um, I want you to learn from my mistakes. How many of you guys store peanut butter and it's part of your preps? Okay. Good source of protein. Okay, you stocked up on powdered peanut butter. That's a good one. Have you tasted it? Have you reconstituted it and tasted it yet? Probably a good idea to try it out. So anyhow, I got this peanut butter, right? This one here is a fairly new one. But let me tell you what happened to me. This is what happens when you don't follow your own instructions. I especially now this one here is creamy. I didn't show you the brand, but this is the creamy one. Well, my husband likes the creamy peanut butter. I like the chunky. No problem with the for the most part, no problem with the creamy ones. But here's the problem that I faced with the chunky one. Okay. Uh family, my peanut butter, my chunky peanut butter went rancid on me. It went rancid, got soured, and went bad. Okay. So what's the cure for all of that? Here's what you do. You do what Mary C says to do. Don't do what she does. Because what I did was I didn't check it. I didn't rotate it out. My own fault. So that peanut butter was probably at least a year old. Okay, the chunky. It was at least a year old. I don't know what had happened, but by the time I got ready to open it up, I'm thinking it was still good. Uh, uh, it was the top was still on it, but here's what happened with the peanuts in it, the chunky peanuts in it. You have to be more careful, and you really need to rotate those out if you're going to go for the chunky ones. Okay, I would say no longer than 6 months because something happened to the seal. Take the top off of this one here. If I can get it off. You see how they have the seal on it? When I got ready to open the chunky one, the seal wasn't, it was like this for the most part, but it was open just a little bit, just enough. Okay. And it still had the cap on it, still had the cap on it, but it was open just enough. And I believe that I don't know what caused it to go bad. It shouldn't have gone bad. It shouldn't have, that seal shouldn't have opened up, but it did. And I would have known it had I checked it like 6 months ago. I would have known that. So family, don't, if you're thinking that everything is going to be fine if you just put it on the shelf and leave it there, it's not. This is the real reason why I tell you. Now, for the most part, everything else I rotate in and rotate out. I did not with that peanut butter. So I'm here to tell you, you don't want your peanut butter to go rancid on you. You don't want it to go bad. So check it. Check it. Give yourself, if you have to do 3 months, every 3 months, I might do that myself. Every 3 months, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take the old peanut butter out and use it and put a new one in. Okay. And I said to my husband, I said, you know what? I'm going to avoid the chunky ones and just go with the creamy ones from now on. But I'm going to be checking them on a regular basis. So don't leave it sit because it's peanut butter. I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be fine. No, I don't use peanut butter that often. So that was one of the reasons why mine sat a little longer than it should have. It won't happen again because I don't like throwing food away. So I just wanted to share that with you guys about the peanut butter, especially if you get the chunky version. Make sure that you rotate those out on a regular basis. Don't wait a year like I did, because a year into it, it went bad. All right, it went bad. So, oh McMoney, you said that you have the powdered kind, and I asked you how it tasted. You said it's not bad. Does it reconstitute to the same creaminess, the thickness? Um, is it pretty much the same? I'm gonna have to get some. I don't have the powder. Yeah, I have the regular peanut butter. I usually stock up too, Eve, on the regular peanut butter. Okay, Natasha, shalom, shalom. It's good to see you. Says I have powdered peanut butter also. Okay, all right. Yeah. So I went to the Dollar Tree after I went to Walmart, and um, it was crazy in there. And when I say it was crazy in there, they had one cash register open, one cash register open. Okay. And I live in a fairly decent area, fairly decent neighborhood. So I don't want you thinking that I'm in an area that's really crazy. But I'll tell you this about the Dollar Tree that's not too far away from me. Okay, it's not close enough for me to walk to, but it's not too far of a drive away. This Dollar Tree, okay, is set up. Now we've had, and I'm going to say this, we've had an influx. I don't know about you guys, of migrants. Okay, not that I'm saying that they've caused any problems, but we've had an influx of migrants in my area. You see them walking up and down the street. Okay, the main street is what I'm talking about. One of the main streets that get you through um, to the stores, shopping, things like that. That main street, you see them walking where they weren't walking before. So they're walking up and down that area now. And this Dollar Tree is on that street. Well, they have instituted a setup at this store where when you go to shop, you can't take, and if you fill your cart up with different products from them, you cannot take that cart out of the store. They have put this pole, long pole, on the side of the carts so that you can't walk those carts out of the door. So if you have a lot, you park your cart over by the door and hope and pray nobody takes anything out of your cart, and then you go get your vehicle and pull it up so that you can, unload it that way. That's what they suggest. Well, they instituted that a few months back, okay? And that was an issue for me. Okay. I'm shopping here, and generally I come to stock up. So that means my basket is generally full. Okay. I find that many things to get at the store, right? At the Dollar Tree. Well, their newest thing that they've done is they have instituted a one bag policy. And when I say one bag, their bags are super thin. They, they rip easily, and you can't put a whole lot in those bags. And if you do, and you're trying to carry them, they're going to break. They're cheap. Okay. They are cheap. So you can't ask them at this particular store. I don't know if all of them are this way. You can't ask them for an additional bag, double bag it. And in one case, she was putting things in the bag, and I'm saying to myself, that's not going to hold. So she handed the bag to me. I get ready to put it in my cart, and I said, "Oh, this is heavy. Can I, and I wasn't asking her to do it. I asked her, can I have another bag? I was going to double it. All right. You know what she said? She said, no, our policy is we can't double bag your bags for you anymore. I said, well, I'll do it. She said, no, our policy is we can't give you an extra bag. Now, what we can give you is a garbage bag. I said, excuse me? She said, we can give you a garbage bag. And I'm like, a garbage bag? All I'm asking for is another additional bag for this bag. It's kind of on the heavy side. You know what she said? I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't do that. She says, now, mind you, I don't like to cause problems, and I don't like to cause a scene. And there is a whole big line of people standing at this one checkout to be checked out, right? And she says to me, well, ma'am, I can't do that. I said, honey, I know it. And, I don't get on people's cases. When there's a rule or whatever, I don't get on their case. I didn't yell at her because it's not her fault, right? So I just pretty much said, honey, I said, no, don't worry about it. Don't. She said, well, I can, if you pull your car up, I can help you to unload it from from the cart. I said, with all these people in line, you're not going to be able to do that. That's okay. I said, I'm going to just take the cart out with me. She said, well, you're really not supposed to do that. I said, okay, that's fine. I let her, I didn't want, wasn't going to argue with her. So I'm going to tell you what I did, family. I my cart was full. My cart was full. I finished through the checkout. Guess what I did? I took that cart over to the door. Somebody opened the door. I tilted the cart, got that little pole out. I went out to the car, dumped my stuff in the car, brought the cart back, and told her, here's your cart. If I can't carry the bags without them breaking, I'm going to take the cart out. I know I'm not supposed to, but I brought it right back to you. I didn't steal it. So that's what I ended up doing. What a foolish rule. I had $100 worth of products in my cart, and you won't give me one little paper plastic bag, really? And so it crazy. So here's a hint for you, family. If your stores are going to do something like that, do something that I didn't think, because I didn't think this was going to be an issue. Take bags with you. If you need to, take some extra bags with you when you go in there. So that was an issue that I had with them. And I'm like, you guys can't be that starved for money right now. You cannot, unless you've mismanaged your money somehow. So anyways, I went over and I picked up things from the Dollar Tree. As you can see here, I got the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna take some of this stuff out. I got my Dollar Tree bag, and as you can see, these are El Cheapo bags. All right, El Cheapo bags. So what did I do? I'm going to show you on a budget what you can do. I'm going to take this stuff out of the bag. Take some of the stuff out of the bag. So here's my thing. If you have to get up and go, and you have to get up and go quickly, just a few hand things, a few items. So I got these two. First, let me start with that. I got these two clear plastic El Cheapo bags. You don't have to break the bank in order to prep. You don't. So I got these bags, and I got them clear. I got one in white and one in one black. Okay, so I got these clear bags at the Dollar Tree. Everything that I'm going to show you, I got at the Dollar Tree. All right, so you can do this on a budget. I did not get food items in this case. I did not get food items on purpose. This is mostly meds, first aid type things. Okay, emergency. How you can do this? They have aspirin. All right. So I am going to show you how cheap that you can do this. You got a small cherry package of aspirin. So somebody has a headache, toothache, whatever. You got some meds that you can give them. They have things like this: Advil, PM. All right. There's only 4 tablets in here, but enough just in case. This is your just in case. This is the stuff hits the fan stuff that you can pick up, won't cost you an arm and a leg, and you do what you have to do. Now, they also have these empty containers like this. One's a spray, and the other one is a pour. So this one is the pour, and this is the spray bottle. Empty containers. Why did I get the empty containers? Because what if you have a scratch or cut or something like that? You have peroxide. So I'm going to put peroxide, which I got at the dollar store, this container of hydrogen peroxide. I'm going to put this in one of these, and that goes in the bag, right? All right. Rope. You never know what kind of a situation you're going to run into where you're going to need a rope. And I saw the scissors there, but I didn't want to pick them up because I got extra scissors at home. Make sure that you've got a pair of small scissors that you can put in your bag, okay, along with the rope. Now, I would not keep this rope on here, but just to to save time, I'm going to leave it like it is. But know this: I would rewrap this so that it was more compact. Okay, rope. This rope will come in handy. You never know when you're going to get in a situation where you actually need to have rope. Rope is something that is, I would say, important to your survival. You never know when you're going to need to tie something off. Okay. And I think about this. I'm going to show you all what I got. I got a lot of stuff, family. Okay. I got a lot of stuff. And a lot of what I did get is stuff that is easy to carry. I'll put this out here. That's one bag. Okay. Easy to carry. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go over this. So what is this? A rain poncho. A rain poncho. In emergency, it says one size fits all. So if you have to be on the run and you have to be out in the elements, you got a poncho. All of this stuff, like I said, Dollar Tree. You're having a problem in that area. This is an anti-diarrhea thing. You have a problem in the other direction. This is the laxative. These are compact packages that you guys can get. Okay. And acids. So if you're not like real crazy about brand name stuff, there's gas relief, all in small package size. And I have the aspirin one in there. I got more than one. Okay, so I don't need to put that one in there. All right, so what else? Tylenol. What if you're out there and you're getting dehydrated or somebody is dehydrated? They have electrolyte powder. So if you, with a bottle of water, you can mix up your own electrolyte powder. What is the brand name stuff that's out there, family? Help me out with it. The sports drink. What's it called? I can't think of what it's called right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Here you can pour your own and mix your own. Okay, you can mix your own. So did I tell you about, I told you Tylenol, right? You got Tylenol. So all of this, putting all of this in, okay? I don't know if all of this is going to fit into one. All right. So there is one package, family. There is one package right there in a small carry case that you can label this as, easy to get to meds. All right, easy to get to meds. I got the other one here, and I have another bag, this other bag here, and I have things like, can you see that? There they are. Band-aids, bandages. Now, do you have to carry all of these bandages? No. You can put them in a smaller container. And I'm going to tell you, every time I stop and I think about the stuff that's going on, remember I was telling you beforehand, I said in my vision, I see buildings after we have been attacked. I see buildings falling down and a whole lot of destruction, right? I shared some of my visions, some of my dreams, and it catches people off guard. And you see folks walking around with dust, and the air is not good because of the dust and the debris and everything else that's in that vicinity. And I see a whole lot of people walking and they're stunned. Some are walking, some are running, and noise and the debris is everywhere. So these are some of the things that I've seen. And not one time in any of those visions have I seen anyone with a disposable mask. They weren't ready. They weren't ready. If you're at the office, if you're in your car, and things begin to go down, you need to have at least, this is one of those like dust ones. It's not going to keep like viruses and things like that, but it will keep dust away from your lungs, okay? Your inside. So get yourselves some of these disposable masks. Like it says non-medical. It's not. But if you got dust and debris, you got ash from bombs, or you got from the fires that are going to be going on, because there will be fires all over the place. Okay, cars are going to be destroyed. It's going to be like a circus, a nightmare type of a circus. Okay, so I'm going to take take these guys. I'm going to leave them in the bag, but I took the label off of them. And that one I think has, how many masks were in here? Four. There's four of them in here. 4-piece. Okay, from the dollar store, and I'm going to put that in. That's something you need to have in your supplies. And then the other thing that I had is, with the dust and everything else that's going on, you're going to have folks that are going to be complaining about their throats being a little on the sore side, scratchy and what have you. So I said, pick up, let me make sure I got some here. Pick up some of these kind of like cough drops. Now you don't have to put the whole bag in there, but you take out a few of them. And then they've got, these are all Dollar Tree. They've got these vitamin C drops. You can throw a few of those in there. I'm going to, at this point, I'm just going to throw these in because I've got the room for it, the space. But I would make it a little bit smaller, family. Okay. I'm not going to put both of them in. You know what I'm going to do? Because I did have something else. So we put scissors in. Something else that would be good to have is, what is this stuff called? That heavy duty tape, duct tape. Okay. You can get duct tape from the Dollar Tree. Duct tape. Duct tape is a good thing to have. You can use it for so many different things, right? And these are just a handful of things that would come in handy, family. On a budget. We got 2 bags here, easy to carry. On a budget. Put them in your car. Leave a bag at the office. If you have to leave work, because of emergency situation. If you can't get to your car, you can at least take one of these with you. Okay. So, and I just grabbed these because the bags, you use whatever bags that you want. I just grabbed these because I was like, okay, you know what? You can see through them. So I won't have to ask myself what's in either one of these bags. All I have to do is I can look and see, oh, the Band-Aids are here. That's why I chose these bags here. But I just want you guys to be thinking about what you can do. It does not have to cost you an arm and a leg, and that's the truth. It doesn't. I would also throw in there a few safety pins because you never know if you're going to need those. Know what else I would probably throw in? A bandana, a cotton bandana, because that has so many different uses as well. All right. I would throw in a cotton bandana because if you needed to make a, what do they call it? Where you need to bandage yourself up. I can't think of the term, but you know what I mean. You could use that. So I throw in a few safety pins if you need a tourniquet. There you go, tourniquet. And if you need to wrap something around, your arm, leg, or what have you, head, a safety pin might help. So I would throw in a few of those. There you go, a sewing kit, an eyeglass repair kit because it has the little screwdriver and stuff in it. Okay, so these are compact things that you can carry. Compact things that you can carry, right? Thank you, old McMoney. Gatorade, that's the one. So electrolytes, I never knew they had those. So they're like the little the drink packets that you can get that you put it in your water and shake it up. That's what that's like. So it's like Gatorade. I think that's a good thing to have because you never know, if you run into a case where folks start getting dehydrated. Okay, so that's an excellent thing to have in your supplies. So oh, one more thing, and then I'm gonna let you go. You know what I noticed? I say this. They're trying to kill us. Who's they? The powers that be. It's too many of us on this planet, they think. Not enough resources. Okay? And because of that, everything that you can think of, just about, you pick up any type of package at the store. Any type, I'm talking food. I'm talking food items. You pick it up in the store and you look at the ingredients, and probably 97% of the items that I picked up yesterday, that high, 97% of the products I picked up yesterday all had the same thing in common. They were all bioengineered products. You can hardly shop and find food that doesn't have that on its label. Okay. And I know that many of us have gotten to the point where we're like, Jesus and everything. What are you going to do? You're going to pray over your food. Well, I would suggest you do that anyways. Pray over your food. That's the truth. The Heavenly Father knows what's going on. I'm grateful that He knows the beginning from the end, and He knew the direction that these demons were going to take us in. They're the ones that are over our food, the ones that we don't grow ourselves. And so many of the people of this world are not growing their own food. So we are at the mercy of a lot of these wicked people, okay, wicked beings. One of the things I did notice, so while you can, if you're okay with the food items that are at the Dollar Tree, I checked a lot of the food that's at the Dollar Tree. They haven't gotten to it yet. A lot of it does not say. I didn't pick up anything at the Dollar Tree that said it was bioengineered. That doesn't mean that there aren't items that are like that. None that I picked up yesterday. And I'm telling you, I bought $100 worth of stuff. None of the items I picked up had that bioengineered on it. So there's the difference between shopping at the Dollar Tree and shopping at Walmart. Walmart has bought into it, even their own brand that they sell. What is their brand name? I forget. At Walmart, they have their own brand of foods, and their brand of food, which is less expensive than the other name brand stuff. Okay, it's less expensive. I wound up spending more for my food because I was looking at labels. If I was not looking at the labels, I would have spent less. If I'd gotten great value, that's what it's called. There it is, great value. If I had if I had bought more great value items, I would have saved a lot more money. But I chose not to get those great value items because every last one of them that I picked up had that they were bioengineered. So Walmart is in on the shenanigans. Okay. Yep, that's exactly right. I bought the ones. I bought the ones that didn't have it. Anything that had it, I went for a more expensive brand, and that wasn't the great value. You do. You're right, Natasha. That's so true. You have to check them. But I'm telling you, like 97% of the items I picked up at Walmart were bioengineered. It was just that many of them. It was frustrating. It was sincerely frustrating. And I wound up taking them. It took me longer to shop, and I wound up reading the ingredients, putting it back on the shelf, and looking at the next lowest price, and getting what was more expensive, but it wasn't bioengineered. Okay. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Oh, McMoney says she's got. Now I forgot to put one of those in here, but I wouldn't have gotten it from the Dollar Tree. All of this was from the Dollar Tree. Says Oh, McMoney says I got a bar of your soap in my go bag. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. And you know what I look at like too is when we get to the point where we're going to be bartering different things, we will be bartering items, different items. And I don't know if you guys remember when I think it was the History Channel that did it, put it out. There was a series that was on television a few years back. I think it was the History Channel, but don't quote me on it. And they did a survival show. And it was more like a reality type show where they took about maybe about 8 people, 8 to 10 people. I don't remember exactly how many. It may not have been that many, maybe been like 8 people, total strangers. And they put them in an environment where they had to survive for a certain amount of time. And, you know, you got the different personalities that you have to deal with. You have the different skill sets that they actually came in with. And it was it was an interesting show. I wish they would bring it back, because I think that so many people could learn from it. I really do. But the show was great for showcasing the need for us to work together. You can't be an island. And I know that there are some folks that may be watching me that think that you're going to weather the storm of the stuff hitting the fan all alone because you're not going to be able to trust anyone. I understand the concept of it, but you can't do everything by yourself. In an environment where you are living day to day and you have to survive, you need other people. You're going to need other people, hopefully like-minded people, people like yourself. You're not going to be able to go it alone, because if your skills are in one area and you lack in another area, let's say security, you lack in security, that could be an issue of whether you survive or not. You have skills to cook and clean, but you don't have skills on you don't have tactical skills on how to survive. it's going to hurt you. So you can't wear all of the hats all of the time. You're going to need to have other people on your team, if you will. And it's good if you have some pretty good skill sets. So if you know how to make soap, who would want me on their team? Somebody who knows how to make soaps, because I think that's something that would be handy. It's somebody who knows how to sew, who would want them on that team. Someone who knows how to hunt, catch animals, and not only hunt them, but to be able to skin them, to fish, to scale them. All these things, skill sets, that people need. Um, no, it's not the naked one. Excuse me. No, no, not no, 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 not the naked one. Um, I was gonna see. I might have one, but I don't know which channel. I've got like three different, four different channels, and I don't remember which channel I have it on. Let me see if I can find one. I think it is the History Channel. Hold on, family, okay? And look, we've gone longer than I normally would on this channel, so bear with me. Nope, not alone. Hmm. It's bringing up survival, survivor. I think it might have been called. I can't find it right now. I'll have to look for it another time. That way I can link or something so that you know where to look for it at, okay? I can't find it right now. Yep, I think it was called excuse me. I think it was called Survivor. And I took in it might be on my This Is Me Mary C channel. Let me see if I can go over there real quick. I think I might have saved at least one or two episodes over there. Let me check real quick. I don't want to hold you guys up too far, too long. Let me see. Playlist. Where would I have put those at? I'm sorry, family. It's not. It's called The Colony, and it was on the Discover Channel. It was called The Colony. I don't want to get. I'm gonna let this commercial go, and then I'm going to skip it. Hold on, family. Okay, I'm going to share it with you. Um, you guys, it was called The Colony. I'm going to see if I can share, and I'm not going to play too much because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm going to share my screen, and it was called The Colony Experiment. There we go.
Catastrophic disaster.
Let me stop it because I want to make sure that you guys can hear it and can see it, okay? And I'm going to take me out of the picture. Okay, so chosen one, you remember this one? Yeah, it was called the colony experiment, and he's going to give you a little bit of information about what it's about. Okay, very good. Thank you, Old McMoney. Now, what did I do with it? Hold on. There it is. I got a bunch of tabs open and I lost myself. All right, I'm just going to play a little bit of
any time and at any place. human conflict, nuclear bombs, natural disasters, chemical and biological warfare. Without warning, the world as we know it can come to an end.
It's the near future. A viral outbreak decimates the world's population. Your home, your workplace, your friends and family, gone. Los Angeles is one of many cities left devastated. Infrastructure breaks down. Chaos reigns. This is the setting of The Colony. The Colony is a controlled experiment to see if 10 strangers can rebuild society in the wake of a global catastrophe. The backgrounds and expertise of these 10 volunteers represent a cross-section of modern society. For 10 weeks, they'll be isolated, with no electricity from the grid, no running water, and no communication with the outside world. All they'll have to work with are their skills, the tools and supplies inside an abandoned factory.
All right. And believe it or not, I'm going to stop sharing family. So I didn't want to share too much of that show. Because like I said, I don't want to get a copyright strike or get in trouble for them saying I did something I shouldn't have done. But if you can get a hold of the series to watch the series, watch it, because that's probably one of the better ones that's out there. Not only do they put these, and I was wrong, it was 10 people, and I forget how long they said that they're together for. It might have been 10 weeks. Don't quote me on it, though. I don't remember. But it's a good show. It's a good show. And I'm talking about personality, different characters, personalities clash, or you're either going to get along or you're not going to get along. You're going to have issues. You're going to have to work through those issues. I mean, food, making sure that you've got enough food, making sure that you've got enough drinking water, that's good drinking water, taking care of security and safety. There's all kinds of things that you just don't think of until you're in that situation, right? So it was a good show. It was a good show. And then they also had to face adversity. Someone knocking at the door, asking if they had any extra spare food, and them being leery and not sure how to handle something like that. Do you invite outsiders into the group? Once you're a group, you're a team, and you're in this together. How do you handle outsiders that come in? How do you manage those types of things? So it's an interesting show. If you get a chance to watch it, it's one of the good ones. That's what I would say. And I think everybody would benefit from watching that. Okay. So anyhow, I'm on here longer than I normally would be. I am going to say to you guys, get your little packets put together just like I did. You can do it on a budget. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg for it. I got those 2 bags, put those 2 bags together where you can see what's inside. Quick run, go-to bags, okay, that you can add to your other bags. Put it in your car, take it to your office. I got it all at the Dollar Tree, so you can do it all on a budget. All right. I hope that this was a fairly decent video that'll help you out. I love you all. Now's the time to be prepping. Go back to the store if you're missing some items in your stockpile. Go back to the store and get those things. Don't wait until the bombs start flying and people go into the panic buying, because you're going to have a hard time getting your water and your supplies later on. So anyhow, love y'all. Love y'all. Know this, our Heavenly Father, He loves you so much more. And I still did it less than an hour. Shalom, family.